mean, it could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great. So what I'm saying, I'm with it. So I'll be going. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off.
Yeah. But no,
he's chasing greatness, so why not?
Because I just knew, like, as far as in that weight class, Terrence Crawford is like the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel as though with Canelo's style and like the style of boxing that he got, I think and this is before Bivol did it, but I thought like Terrence Crawford was the only guy who I felt as though could have beat Canelo with his style.
Errol Spence Jr. has just shared his shocking insights on the upcoming clash between Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. On the other hand, Chris Algieri said the fight is not the best matchup available. Despite fan excitement, he believes there are many better options, especially involving Naoya Inoue. He points out that casual fans care more about big names than skill or weight class. On paper, Crawford is 38, Canelo is 35. Both looked poor in their last fights. They are still 3 weight classes apart, and Crawford has been inactive for over a year.
Man, I can't wait for this fight. This is the best matchup that could be made. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's certainly not. Definitely not. Definitely not the best fight that can be made right now. I can think of a dozen fights that I would rather see. And a lot of them include Inoue against a bunch of different guys that I would rather see over this fight. But casual fans don't care that much about 122-pound guys who fight across the world in Japan. They care about big names and characters. But at the end of the day, when you look at this on paper, Crawford's 38, Canelo's 35. Neither looked very impressive in their last fight. They're still 3 weight classes apart. That has not changed, because, and Crawford hasn't fought in a year plus. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of poo-pooing of this.
Moreover, Sean Porter said the fight could be very interesting early on because it fits the rhythm of both fighters. He explained that this is the kind of fight Canelo likes, where he is patient even if he is only landing elbows or missing punches at first, because he believes he will catch up eventually. Porter added that Crawford will not move so far out of range that Canelo cannot find him, which makes the matchup even more compelling.
So, this fight in a lot of ways early on could be a very interesting fight because it's one that like works in the rhythm of both guys, because this is what Canelo does and what he likes to do. And I'm okay if I'm only getting elbows, and I'm okay if I'm swinging and I'm missing, because I'm going to catch up to you eventually, Bud is not going to move so far out of the way that he can't do it, Also, I'm going to say, I don't want to say more because I think I know a little bit more about,
Chill out.
Yeah.
You're trying to win this fucking fight.
and said he looked like shit.
Yeah. Seeing Terrence Crawford, man, was at camp. Looks like shit. So,
we were talking about what we're gonna talk about today, and I just kind of was like, what the hell is going on with Tank? And I know that he's been announcing retirements and stuff like that. So, kind of wanted like to hear what y'all have heard or seen, because I haven't really seen or heard much.
I don't know. I get Tank fans hit me up. What Tank doing? I'm like, I don't know. You understand, if he retires, boxing's done. Tank is not bigger than the sport of boxing. All respect to Tank. You came here, you set the tone, you brought new energy to the sport, but the sport will outlive you, believe it or not, young man. Will outlive all of us.
The interesting thing is, because he was like really firing it up, lighting it up, but inconsistently.
However, Errol Spence Jr. said that if Crawford wants to challenge himself and chase greatness, then he supports it. He believes there's no reason Crawford shouldn't try, especially if he's motivated to be great. Spence said he'll be rooting for Crawford, even if he's unsure whether he'll win or lose. He added that if anyone can pull it off, it's Crawford. He also pointed out that Canelo moved up to 175 to fight bigger opponents. So if Canelo could do it, there's no reason Crawford can't.
I mean, it could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford want to challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great. So what I'm saying, I'm with it. So I'll be going for Bud. If he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going for Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off.
Yeah. But no,
he's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that, and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, and he started at 147. So I mean, if he doing it, why can't Crawford do it?
Furthermore, Shakur Stevenson said he had been thinking about the idea of Terrence Crawford moving up to 168 to fight Canelo Alvarez since Crawford fought Sean Porter. He mentioned that there is an old interview where he said he believed Crawford could beat Canelo right after that fight. According to him, he was talking about this possibility even before Crawford started mentioning it himself.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been putting it out since, I want to say, when he fought Sean Porter. Like back then, if you go watch, it's an interview out there. I had said I think that Terrence Crawford would beat Canelo Alvarez right after he fought Sean Porter. So the idea, I've been thinking about it. I've been saying it before Bud even was saying it.
Shakur Stevenson further said he believed that was the right fight because in his eyes, Terrence Crawford is the greatest in his weight class. He felt that Crawford's boxing style matched up well against Canelo's. Even before Dimitri Bivol beat Canelo, Stevenson thought Crawford was the only fighter with the style and skill to beat him.
Because I just knew, like, as far as in that weight class, Terrence Crawford is like the greatest. So I just feel as though with Canelo's style and like the style of boxing that he got, I think and this is before Bivol did it, but I thought like Terrence Crawford was the only guy who I felt as though could have beat Canelo with his style.
David Morrell said the fight is difficult for Terrence Crawford because Canelo is very powerful. He thinks Crawford might be motivated by the money, but warned that Canelo is a strong opponent who is hard to beat. Morrell believes Crawford will struggle to win or even get past the third round. He gave Canelo a 60-40 chance of winning the fight.
I say Crawford, but you know, it's the crazy fight. You know, it's too much pound for Crawford. I mean, I know he can do it for the money, but it's too much. It's too much pound for Crawford, and Canelo it's not easy. You know, Canelo is stronger. It's difficult. It's difficult for Crawford to win the fight or to stay in the third round. So, you know, I say 60-40 for Canelo.
Max Kellerman talked about how huge the fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford really is, saying it ranks among the most memorable boxing events he has ever witnessed. After covering historic matches like Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather and the famous fight between Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko, Kellerman said this upcoming fight might even surpass them all. He mentioned that the scale and timing of the event could make it the most significant one he has ever seen.
But like, where would you rank this fight out of your top 3 to 5 of all the boxing fights you've called, you've experienced, you've watched? Just the
in terms of the magnitude of the
magnitude,
fight?
Yeah.
I mean, of the fights that I've called ringside, it might turn out to be number 1. I've done Pacquiao fights, I've done Mayweather fights, I've done Anthony Joshua against.
Kellerman emphasized that with Netflix supporting the event, this could become the most watched title fight in almost 50 years. He recalled Muhammad Ali's 1978 rematch with Leon Spinks, which was viewed in 90 million homes, a number still unbeaten, while major pay-per-view events like Mayweather versus Pacquiao generated massive sales. Kellerman said streaming has the ability to reach even more viewers.
But this will, listen, because of Netflix, this will be the most watched fight, championship fight, in almost 50 years. This is going to be because Muhammad Ali fought Leon Spinks in the rematch in '78, and they did 90 million TV sets, 90 million. And since then, what has even come close? The biggest fights have all been on pay-per-view, and they do 2 million buys. Oh my God, 4 million buys, Mayweather Pacquiao. As I keep saying, if 5 people per TV set watch, that's 20 million people. This is gonna do multiples of that. So, so when you look at it from like a commercial point of view, it'll easily be the biggest boxing event I've ever covered.
Bozy Ennis said he is choosing Terrence Crawford to win, even if some people disagree. He compared Crawford to his son, Jaron Boots Ennis, saying both can move up in weight and still control their fights. Bozy mentioned watching Boots spar and stop bigger fighters in the gym, and he believes Crawford can do the same at 168 pounds. He thinks this weight might actually be good for Crawford and has no doubts about his ability to handle it. Bozy praised Crawford's ring intelligence, saying he never wastes punches punches and always knows exactly what to do.
Well, people ain't gonna believe me, but I'm leaning towards Terrence.
Oh, okay.
Remember this though, Terrence and Boots is almost like similar when it comes to that weight thing, right?
Yes.
Boots gets up big, but I seen Boots at a certain weight where he can handle them big guys and stopping them, be knocking them out in the sparring in the gym when he's up in weight. So I think that's a beautiful weight for Terrence, but that's going up to 168 though, right?
Yeah, 168.
Yeah, but I think he can handle it, man.
He can do it.
And then one thing about Terrence though, people don't understand, he can box and he's smart.
Yes.
He don't waste no punches, man.
So he won't waste that energy.
And he really smart, man, when it comes to that.
Bozy also shared how he would prepare Crawford for a fight with Canelo. His plan would focus on movement and quick combinations to disrupt Canelo's rhythm. Since Canelo likes to plant himself before punching, Bozy said Crawford's footwork could break that flow. He would have Crawford land clean shots, tie Canelo up, and push him back to the center of the ring to slow the fight down. Bozy believes that when Canelo gets frustrated, he becomes easier to hit and more prone to making mistakes, which would give Crawford a clear edge.
But it was me and I'm training him.
Yeah.
I would have him frustrating Canelo. What I would do with him, I would hit him with some good shots, combination shots, because you know, Canelo got to be set to throw punches.
That's
you know,
right. That's right.
You know what I mean? If what you call Crawford boxing move, he don't like nobody to boxing move, and that's what I think Crawford is going to do. And then once, this is what I would tell him to do. We'll box him and hit him with good shots. You know what I mean? Set him up. Soon he get ready to get set, tie him up, walk him to the center.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Kill that clock.
You keep on doing it over and over, and then once you start doing that, right, they lose their cool. Then they open up for all kinds of shots.
Nice. Frustrating, right, Coach?
Yep, frustration.
Andre Ward confidently backed Terrence Crawford to face Canelo Alvarez, even with the tough jump in weight. He acknowledged the size difference, but pointed out that Crawford's mindset and ring intelligence have never been cracked. Ward stressed that Crawford always finds a way to win and said he wouldn't count him out, since no opponent has figured him out yet.
I'm going with Terrence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terrence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terrence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can beat him.
Amir Khan said that although Terrence Crawford is skilled and powerful, beating someone like Canelo Alvarez takes more than just talent. He pointed out how much Canelo has improved since their fight, becoming more technical and refined. Khan also brought up Canelo's strong showings against fighters like Bivol and Munguia as proof that he is still a serious threat, even with people saying he is past his prime. In Khan's opinion, Canelo is still a beast and would be a tough challenge for anyone, including Crawford.
Size, bro, remember, like Crawford then is a big boy as well. Crawford's a big guy when it comes to the ring. A box fight, yeah.
What do you think?
I think Crawford, in my opinion, but size might matter. But then again, I think since when I fought Canelo's become a better boxer. He started boxing more better. You know what I mean? Technical more. Especially against the last fight against Mangui. He boxed really well as well, and he's looking really good. He's still, a lot of people might say, oh, he's getting old, this and another, but not.
Hamza Shiraz predicted that Canelo Alvarez will win by knockout, mainly because of the size gap. He explained that jumping from 154 to 168 pounds to face a top-level fighter like Canelo is a huge task, even for someone as talented as Crawford. Still, he noted that Crawford should not be completely counted out, but he remains confident that Canelo will likely get the knockout.
I think Canelo does win by knockout. I think he does win by knockout, and that's only because of the weight. You can't jump up from 54 to 68 fighting the best of the best, even though you're the best yourself. It's too much of a weight jump, man. But listen, you never know. You can't write off Crawford, but I think
Blair Cobbs gave his thoughts on the possible fight between Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. He said he doesn't favor either fighter, but respects Crawford's skill and ability to control the ring. Cobbs mentioned that Crawford's height might help him handle Canelo's size, but he also pointed out how powerful and sturdy Canelo is, with wide shoulders and a strong physique that makes him difficult to hurt. Despite this, Cobbs thinks Crawford could have what it takes to meet the challenge.
I don't know. I'm not really I'm not really biased towards any fighter. I love Terrence Crawford and what he's doing, and his ring generalship, his abilities is great and great for boxing, and maybe he has a chance. I know that Crawford is a little bit taller, and he might be able to combat the bigness of somebody like Canelo. But remember, Canelo is very, very big. He has very big, broad shoulders, a very strong neck, and like it's not gonna be easy to hurt somebody like Canelo Alvarez. But who knows? I think that maybe Crawford got what it takes.
Ronnie Shields said that questions about Terrence Crawford's power missed the point because the fight is more about strategy than just strength. He explained that Canelo may try to pressure Crawford, but Crawford's style is to outsmart and move around his opponents, like Floyd Mayweather did against Canelo. Shields believes Crawford will use this approach well, giving him a good chance to win the fight.
You think Crawford has the power to maybe keep Canelo honest and maybe
you don't need power.
But I'm just saying, I guess the aspect is Canelo's going to want to press him, at some point. But, Crawford likes to fight.
Okay, Canelo wanted to press Floyd too.
True.
He tried to. Floyd kept stepping around him, kept looking for Floyd. Floyd was right there. And then would just make one or two simple moves. Canelo had to reset. Floyd never had to reset. Boom, 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 step around. Boom, 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 step around. That was it. Trust me, Crawford's going to look at that. He's going to perfect that. And that's why I gave him.
Bob Arum highlighted that the large weight difference will be important in the fight. He praised Canelo's advanced skills, but said Crawford has a more refined overall style. Even though Crawford is giving up a lot of weight, Arum said he would bet on Crawford because of his excellent boxing ability.
Or is it just 50-50?
It's very, very hard because of the difference in weight. I would think that if I had to bet the fight, that I would bet Terrence because Terrence has more skills than Canelo. But he's given away a lot of weight, a lot of real weight, so that matters. But again, Terrence is a tremendously skilled fighter. So is Canelo a very skilled fighter, but he doesn't have the same skill set as Terrence.
Jose Benavidez Sr. said that Terrence Crawford might have trouble dealing with Canelo Alvarez's strength. He compared the fight to a cartoon chase, with Crawford as the faster but smaller fighter. While he respected Crawford's skill and called him a top-level boxer, he believed the difference in size and power would probably decide the outcome once they face each other in the ring.
He thinks that Crawford might not be able to handle Canelo's power. What do you think?
I just think, in my opinion, we're gonna see a Tom and Jerry, brother. That's all. Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry. We're gonna see a Tom and Jerry. What? Crawford's a little guy, man. My respect. Crawford's a hell of a fighter.
Keyshawn Davis predicted that Canelo would try to pressure Terrence Crawford and land powerful punches. However, he believes Crawford's quickness and boxing skill would help him avoid many of those shots, especially as the fight progresses. Davis expects Crawford to pick up the pace in the later rounds, making it tougher for Canelo to connect cleanly. He said the fight would become a cat and mouse game, with Crawford using his speed and strategy to stay ahead.
Middle rounds, of course, picking it up, and I feel like at the end, that's when they gonna really open up. But I see Canelo trying to walk Bud down, walk him into some shots, and I just feel like, Canelo probably gonna be walking into a lot of shots.
Yeah.
Cat mouse.
Yeah.
Greg Hackett said he isn't sure what Terrence Crawford can or can't do, but he doesn't think Crawford will knock out Canelo Alvarez. He said if Crawford believes he can, that's up to him. Hackett slightly favors Canelo to win. Although he respects Crawford and his skills, he thinks moving up to 168 pounds could make Crawford more careful. He guessed that even with Crawford's speed and strength, Canelo's power at that weight might make Crawford hesitate before throwing punches.
I mean, I can't say what a man can't do. You know what I mean? But do I see that happening? Yeah. No, I don't see it happening. But if he believe it, hey, I want to see.
Who would you favor in that fight? You like Bud by decision?
Slight edge to Canelo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Bud. I'm a fan of Bud. I think Bud is a great fighter, but I just think 68 is gonna make him a little bit hesitant. He gonna feel good. He gonna be strong. He gonna have some good speed, but I think he's just gonna be a little bit hesitant. He won't pull the trigger right away.
That's it for today's video. So what are your thoughts on this? What do you think about the fight between Crawford and Canelo? We would love to hear your thoughts on this matchup. So share your thoughts in the comments section and make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video. Also check out our other videos on the screen right now.